I've been single for 28 years, so we're trying to keep it that way for a while. Anyway, I done gave up on the dating scene, trust me. But that's the season of having children, and it's likely your big. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to season 8, episode 3 of Just a Breezy Chat. Today, we are going to be talking about the fact that it's okay to be in different season in life. I know some of y'all are thinking, but is it though? Is it really? And honestly, I believe it's okay to be at different seasons in your life. But before I jump into that, please hit that like button, ring that bell for notifications. Also, please subscribe, help a girl out. Um, but today we're going to be talking about, like I said, different the seasons of life. Like we're all in the season of life. We're all in different seasons. But please subscribe. My goal is to hit 100 subscribers before the end of the year. Please, guys. We're almost in October. I think we can make it happen. I know this is pre-recorded, but I'm also waiting for to record one episode so I can get all the other episodes out. And I promise I will get the rest of the episodes out. The trailer for season 8, I know it just dropped, so there it is, guys. But yeah. But here's the thing. How many of us feel like we're stuck in like that we're in different seasons of our life? Like we're in the season that our friends are in a season of. Think about it. I say that because think about it. My friends Paul and Shelly, they're married. They have a hotel business that they're running together. My friends Emily and Steven are married. About to be married. They're engaged. My friends Gabby and Ian, they're both getting their PhD program, while my friend Bethany is finishing her undergraduate degree at UAB. You go, girl! I'm proud of you. Um, my friend Mary, her family is starting their own Christmas tree venture. And my friend Garrett is focusing on his Amazon business. While my friends like Noah, who is working in his career area, uh, and everything. I forgot who else is engaged as M and J. I forget which friends are engaged now. So many people's been getting engaged. Honestly, it's been hard to keep up. And my friend Brittany, she's my best friend. She's my longtime bestie for life. We've been friends going on 17 years, so if that tells you anything. She's my ride or die. I'm her ride or die, and she knows I love her, and I'll protect her in a heartbeat. But she's a mom of 3, and she's the best mom there is. Everything. But I also want to start by saying a quote by the world famous Medea. So, and I think you might recognize it, but I'm gonna see if you do. But if somebody wants to walk into your life, walk out, walk. If somebody wants to walk out of your life, let them go. Some people come into your life for a season. You got to know what season it is, and you always gonna mess up when you mix up them seasonal people with their lifetime expectations and everything. So, let's talk about the 5 seasons of life. There's a season of singleness, and this is when you look at your married friends and with kids, and you try to realize how much you have right now, and it's all about you planning wise. And you may not feel like it, but it is. So, this could be your perfect time for you to write a book, build a successful career, start a business or a side hustle and go all in. Spend time with your friends and build relationships. Devote yourself to a cause bigger than you. Ultimately, work on yourself. I believe you never stop learning, and the minute you stop learning, you let ignorance set in. Um, you have time to do something big right now, something that takes time, and use all the time you have. Then there's the season of marriage. Um, and this is the season where it's not about you anymore, but still got a lot of time, and you may be looking for a home, or it may be making big life decisions like career, locations, whether or not to have kids now or later, or at all. And you have a lot of decisions to make with your spouse. And this is the perfect season to figure out where you want your life to live, where you want to live in your life. Get a house in order to Career decisions. Attend marriage seminars, strengthen your bond. Get to know your spousal and develop a deep relationship. Have an active social life and develop relationships with other couples. Also, start a side hustle that doesn't compete with your spouse or for attention. You still have a lot of time and use it wisely to prepare. Then there's the season of having children. I am not in this season. I know people that aren't in this season, and I'm like, good for y'all. I'm enjoying my season of being single. I've been single for 28 years, so we'll try to keep it that way for a while. Anyway, I done gave up on the dating scene, trust me. But there's the season of having children, and it's likely your biggest change you're going to experience. And you're going to go through periods where you feel like you have no time, especially in the very beginning, but these are temporary and you'll start to come back soon. And it's also kind of weird to go from living alone to living with your spouse, but ultimately, when you have other people in your life, and hopefully you're prepared for the season financially and physically. Here in the season of children, here's the thing. Children change your focus. You may feel like your life and your free time is gone, but that's not always the case. Your priorities have changed. And this is your perfect season for you to focus on your family, start a side hustle, work to provide for your family, and focus on your family right now. Then there's the season of adoption. And this is actually like the most rewarding season you've ever done. And it's by far all seasons really just taking the time to allow the adopted children to adapt and everything else. Like, then there's the season of emptiness. And I have not experienced this and everything, but here it is. In fact, if this is a stage where you provide all the wisdom you have in the provide all the wisdom you have. But by the time you reach the stage, you probably have a good idea to do what you want to do with the rest of your life. But by this point, you have plans to change so often. That's the thing. Um, this is the perfect season to travel. Get to get your house you get the house like you want it. Write a book. Do things that you've always wanted to do. Take the stage where you can appreciate the amount of time. Then there's the special seasons where it's like for the sake of time and space, say when I say special seasons, I'm referring to every season other than the basic single, married, children, or empty nest. And this is the main thing what other seasons have in common. Something fairly rare or unexpected can happen in your life. In a special season of life, it could be moving out of town, divorce, remarriage, grieving a loss, or awaiting legal results. And then there's being in every season, appreciate the days. Don't get caught up in everything. But it's also important when you're in different seasons to maintain friendship, communicate regularly, be honest, plan events, do things together, and set up a group chat. I have a group chat with my friends, and most of the time I usually just send a bunch of reels and stuff. I'm addicted to watching those things. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But here's the thing. I'm in a single season of my life, and here's some things that I would like to keep in mind. Keeping my faith in God. As most of you know, you can go back and watch my episode with my journey of God, but you know it hasn't always been an easy one. And I am a Christian. I'm proud of it. If that offends you, I'm not gonna. Then this is just not the channel for you. Podcast for you. I'm sorry. But I also have 5 podcasts. Just a breezy chat. This one I'm working on. We're doing right now. True Crime Lounge, Dark Academia Queen, Sassy Southern Belle, and Down the Rabbit Hole. They're my babies. I love doing it. I also have Turn a Light On. So I'm like, that's something I'm planning to make into a future endeavor one day. But right now, it's going to be an online advocacy center because that's what I can afford at the moment. But I'm also working on myself in this season. I'm like, I'm constantly growing. I'm constantly figuring out who I am and what I'm going to do in my life. And I'm learning that just because you have it planned out doesn't mean it's always going to work out in your favor. I'm learning ASL and I'm relearning French. And I'm also learning other languages. I also have like a side business I do on the side. And I'm trying to get back into the paralegal world, and that's where I feel like I really strived. But Life doesn't happen when you want it to, and you just gotta take the struggles with whenever before you can get the wins. That's all I had to say. But how to be content? Being single can be a good time to focus on yourself, learn about yourself, grow your relationship with God. Here are some tips you can think. Shift your mindset. Um, but like it's not always a bad thing. I like being single. I'm an introvert, so I like being alone and all of that. So relationships are just too much work, honestly. But things you can try is like learn to identify in Christ, explore what you like to do, learn new things, pick up hobbies, take yourself on a date, commit to yourself, straighten your relationships. Um, you can also try to build a relationship with God, strengthen your friendships, embrace doing things alone. The hardest thing, like when I first moved, like up to Naturals, like I didn't have no friends with me. My friends up here with me, and I had to do things alone. And I had a life back in Coleman, and this was a big risk for me and a big fear, but I knew I was ready to take it. And I like being alone. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like finding hidden gems. I like discovering new places and all of that. But things you can try to do is don't let other people's comment get you down. Remember that you are enough, and being both alone and in a couple as well. I want to end this with a Bible verse. Um, that by Ecclesiastes 3:1. There is a time for everything and a season for activity under the heavens. But yeah, that is it for this episode. Join me on our next episode as we talk about memories and how they shape us. But I'll see y'all next time.